Hi, it's Colin Coward. I started The Volume to bring you some of the most authentic voices in sports. While you're here, make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks.
You know, speaking of the extension and free agency talk, obviously you have a player option going into next season, which is always the best. I actually got my first player option on this deal. I didn't have one on last deal. I really didn't even know it was a possibility last time, but I got a player option on this deal, which is always the best. I think, you know, it's protection for the player. If you having a shit season, then you opt in. If you having a great season and you got a market, you opt out. And so I think that's a great position to be in. But obviously there's been a lot of talk around you and your situation. I actually respect what Washington has done in not making you a part of trade talks and telling you that they're not shopping you at all, because the reality is that's a risk for a team to take with you at a player option and you can possibly walk for nothing. Right. Now, we hear the rumors all the time. We hear just yesterday or 2 days ago, we heard that the Heat want you really bad. What's been your mindset about going into this next free agency? I mean, if you decide to opt out, because you haven't been in this position either.
Exactly. So it's just like you. Like, I'm kind of embracing everything, right? So, like, I'm not upset about the rumors. I'm not upset about, you know, teams wanting me. Like, I feel like that's a good thing, right? We put in the work and, you know, we're wanted by a lot of people, not just where we're at. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just speaks volumes to the type of players we are and, you know, what we're able to do onto the floor, you know, on and off the floor and the impact we can have. And so for me, I just embrace it all. Like, I know it's a lot of noise. I know it can be distracting at times, but I always had a bunch of OGs and a lot of people who I've had a lot of teammates. This is my 10th year where I've had a lot of teammates in and out, you know, so they are telling me, you know, what it's like at other places, you know, compared to where I am, you know, so I kind of get that feel and I get a little bit of that interest, but, you know, just like I know, it's nothing better than, you know, grinding it out and kind of doing it on your own. You know, and I also love and respect the fact that Washington, like you said, hasn't been shopping me. They're not saying, oh, you know, we're out listening to what teams are like. As soon as they call, they're hanging up the phone, right? So, like, I respect that part of it, you know. And it's kind of funny. Like, I've never been a free agent. It's kind of reminding me of college recruiting. Like, I hear every single game somebody's recruiting me, somebody's like tagging on me, like whether it's another player, whether it may be a coach or whoever it may be. Like, somebody's chit chatting. Be what you want to do this summer, what you doing this summer. So I embrace it, bro. Like, I don't shy from it. Like, I love the fact I have constant communication with Washington, so I know what's going on. There's no gimmicks, right? We know which path we're going down, and we're making the moves to do that. And it's a matter of if I'm comfortable. Like, I've never been in a position to where, okay, I hold all the chips. I can really make any decision I want.
I think that's incredible to be in that position. Like you said, that everyone isn't afforded that opportunity. Most guys in this league never experience that feeling, you know, and have that opportunity to kind of control their own destiny. For the average fan that doesn't know, like for Brad Beal to stay with the Washington Wizards, he can sign a 5-year. And I'm only saying this, I don't count nobody's pockets, but I'm only saying this because it's public information. But for Brad Beal to stay with the Washington Wizards, he can sign a 5-year, $242 million deal this summer. If Brad Beal was to leave and go to another team, he can sign a 4-year, $179 million deal. Well, why is that? Because you have bird rights. And the team that you've been with for 2 or 3 years, 2 years, I think you get early bird, 2 or 3 years, they own your bird rights and they can pay you more. They can give you that extra year on a deal. The percentage increase on your last year's salary goes up. And so that, I mean, 79 to that 21, that's $63 million difference. That has to matter. Where does that matter for you in your process? Like, I know you've made a bunch of money. You're going to make a bunch more money. What are you, 28?
Yes, sir.
Like 28. So even if you sign a 5-year, you're 33. You got another 4-year deal. Like, so the money, people say the money isn't a thing, but $63 million is $63 million. I don't care how much money you'd have made.
Yeah, Dre, we know it's really tough because, like you said, you do get criticized for what you do, right? For staying in your situation and doing what you feel is best, right? And if you took a survey, right, and you asked anybody, random person on the street, if they would sign this deal, everybody and their mama is going to say, yes, I'm signing.
1,000%.
Like everybody and their mama is going to say that they're signing a deal, right? But like I tell a lot of people around me too, like I'm also not in the same position as those people. I have money now.
That's a fact. That's
right?
A fact.
Like I've made a lot of money in my career. And I'm blessed and fortunate to make even more, right? And so, but I have, for the first time, like you said, if I have the opportunity to be in control of what I would like to do. And it's, like you said, it's a business at the end of the day. I have to have that understanding with Washington that we are in the pursuits of winning, right? That is my destination and goal. The money is awesome.
Yes.
Right? Granted, when we grew up playing, Dre, we played the game to make a lot of money. We played the game to take care of our family. Like that. Absolutely. Don't get it twisted. Like that is still in the back of our head. That is priority number one, taking care of yourself. Making sure that you get every dollar that you possibly can make and that you feel comfortable with doing. But there also comes with, when you make that money, you want to win ball games. You want to be able to play for something. Right? I want to play meaningful games. Right? I want to be playing in late June. That's what I want. Right?
I think people don't understand that.
Yeah. And I think people don't understand that I want to do that here. Like what? And my mindset is like, okay, why can't I do it here? There's a lot of other teams that are out here doing it. Right? 10-5. Milwaukee. You wouldn't have said that about them 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
3 years ago.
Right? Even Memphis now. Memphis is making noise. Phoenix, same thing. Like teams are doing it. Teams are doing it. Teams that we talking first round picks. I mean, number one picks. Like, so it's possible for teams to do it. And it's possible to go on those runs. And not all those teams have 2, 3, 4 all-stars.
That's a fact.
They develop their guys, right? They're putting the pieces together. Like, so it's a possibility, and shoot me if you want, but that's my mindset. Like, I have that mindset. I want to do it here. But
for sure,
there also comes a point, Dre, that you also know that it becomes a business. And if you feel like the stars aren't aligned with that, then everybody's going to do what's best for them, regardless of what the money is.